Generative AI, man, it's changing everything about how we work, and it's happening so fast. So how do you actually harness all that power and boost your productivity without creating a huge security nightmare? That's the million-dollar question, right? Let's build your playbook for using AI safely and, just as importantly, effectively.
Okay, so how common is AI at work really? The answer might actually surprise you. If you're thinking this is some future of work thing, you got to recalibrate. Because right now, today, a Better Work survey found that more than half of your colleagues, 54%, are already using it. It's not on its way, it is here.
And why are so many people using it? Simple, because it works. On average, people are clawing back 3.7 hours every single week. Think about that. That's practically half a workday you get back every week to focus on what really matters.
And what about all those routine tasks that just eat up our days? Well, people are reporting they finish them 40% faster. This isn't just a little bump in efficiency. No way. This is a fundamental shift in how we get things done. So it is absolutely clear that AI is a game changer, but we've got to think about it the right way. This isn't just another app on your computer. It's like a new superpower that's suddenly available to everyone, not just a handful of data scientists. So when we say generative AI, what are we even talking about? Well, it's not the old school AI that just sorts through spreadsheets. No, this AI creates. It learns from massive amounts of data, text, images, code, you name it, and then it generates something totally new. It doesn't just repeat what it's seen, it actually produces original content.
Okay, but here's the catch, right? All this power, it comes with a downside. Using AI without understanding the risks is kind of like getting behind the wheel of a Formula One car without anyone showing you where the brake pedal is. So let's talk about those hidden dangers.
First up is something that sounds kind of weird. AI hallucination. This is when the AI just makes stuff up. Seriously, it will invent facts, create fake sources, cite cases that don't exist. But here's the scary part. It presents it all with this incredible, unwavering confidence. And that's what makes it so dangerous. It sounds totally believable.
And look, this isn't some what-if scenario. This stuff actually happens. There was a lawyer who used AI to help write a legal brief. The tool completely fabricated a bunch of case citations. The lawyer didn't double-check, submitted it to the court, and ended up getting sanctioned. These hallucinations have very real, very serious consequences.
So, hallucinations are bad, for sure. But believe it or not, they aren't even the #1 risk. That title, that goes to data leakage. See, every time you paste information into a public AI tool, you risk sending sensitive data right out the door, where it can be stored, analyzed, and even used to train future AIs. We're talking customer lists, financial data, your company's secret sauce, all of it just out there. Okay, so it's powerful, but it's also risky. So what do? How do we actually use this stuff? Well, you need a toolkit. A simple, easy-to-remember playbook that lets you tap into all that potential while keeping you and your company safe. All right, here it is, your playbook. If you only remember 3 things from this entire explainer, make it these 3 rules. Rule number 1, protect all sensitive data. The test is simple. If you wouldn't post it on the public internet, do not paste it into a public AI. Rule number 2, verify everything. The AI is your assistant, but you are the one responsible for the final product, always. And rule 3, use company-approved tools. Your organization vets these platforms for a reason. They have security features that the public versions just don't.
All right, theory is great, but what does this actually look like day to day? Let's get practical and see how this playbook works in the real world.
It all boils down to one super important skill: how you write your prompts. Just look at the difference here. The unsafe prompt, it's leaking everything: a customer's name, their company, a specific order number. But look at the safe prompt. It's asking for the exact same thing, an email about a delay, but it strips out all the private details. The AI gives you the same high-quality draft, but zero confidential info has been exposed. All you have to do is anonymize your request.
So let's zoom out. What does a whole day look like when you're using AI the smart way? Well, think of it like a partnership. The AI assists with the heavy lifting. It can summarize your overnight emails, generate a first draft of a report, or pull public competitor data. But the human, that's you, directs. You're the one setting the priorities, editing for brand voice, and interpreting what all that data actually means. AI handles the what, which frees you up to focus on the why and the so what. You know, this gets us to the most important part for your career. because everyone's talking about AI taking our jobs, and honestly, that's just missing the point. The future isn't about replacement. It's about augmentation. It's about using these incredible tools to amplify the skills that make you uniquely human.
It's all about adopting what we call an augmentation mindset. You're not outsourcing your brain here, you're delegating the grunt work. By letting AI handle those repetitive, routine tasks, you free up your mental bandwidth for the stuff that truly moves the needle: deep thinking, creative breakthroughs, and genuine strategic insight. So, what are these skills? What are the things that make you even more valuable in an AI world? It's things like critical thinking, the ability to question the AI's output, creative problem solving, emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, and ethical judgment. As AI takes on more of the routine work, your ability to do these things becomes exponentially more important. This is where you really get to shine.
So let's leave it with this final thought. The whole conversation is changing. For years, so much of our work has been about getting buried in routine tasks. Now, AI is offering us a way out. It can handle the routine. So the real question, the exciting question, is what will you build? What problems will you solve? What will you create with all that time you're about to get back?